What's up, Scyushi Squad? We are back in more Trove, and while you probably have already ended up watching the longer stream today, where we ended up tackling the new event, which is going to end up being the Splendid Summer event, today's video is actually going to be focusing on the event, and it's going to be a more short, condensed version of it, so you guys can end up knowing all of the objectives and so on and so forth, and get to see some of the items. I don't have all of them yet. However, I did end up seeing most of them at the end of my stream that was up earlier today. Now, anyways, let's get right into it. So the first objective is going to end up being visit GM Cubesley in the hub. So that's going to end up being this little guy right here. All you gotta do is just go and interact with him. And then that's going to end up completing the objective and giving you 2 Valor coins. And then the next objective is to spend some Valor coins. Generally speaking, you're not going to end up having a lot of them. So you're going to be kind of forced to buy one of these random style items. Now, these are all going to end up being styles that you can loot, collect, and then end up unlocking permanently, which essentially is going to end up being every weapon type. I don't know why you can buy more than one of them, though. It's kind of weird, but okay, whatever. So anyways, you'll end up completing that objective, and then you'll end up getting 2 more Valor coins. And then you have to defend your fellow Trovians. So this part wants you to defeat 5 3-star dungeons, which if you can end up handling the geode surface, 5-star dungeons will actually count as 3-star dungeons, or at least some of the bosses do. So that's going to end up being the most efficient way of doing that. And on top of it, 3-star dungeons will actually end up dropping Valor coins. So that's how you'll end up grinding this event. And thankfully, it's not really time gated. It's just about dedicating the amount of time to doing it. So anyways, defeat 5 3-star dungeons, and then you'll end up gaining 5 Valorous coins. And then next it wants you to return to Cubesley in the hub, so you just go and talk to this guy again, and then that's going to end up completing the next part, which gives you 5 Valorous tokens. And then he wants you to show off your new gear and jump in the hub 6 times, just literally jump 6 times while you're chilling in the hub. You'll get 5 more Valorous coins. And then this is where things start getting a little bit grindy, because now he wants you to defeat 3-star dungeons, and you gotta defeat 25 of them. So again, you're most of all just going to end up doing 5-star dungeons in geode surface to end up getting you the objective all the way out of the way. And you are going to slowly get some Valorous tokens along the way. Now, the Valorous tokens are really, really slow when you end up grinding them, just because I think you only get like 1 token per dungeon or something. I don't know, it might be slightly more than that. But generally speaking, as I mentioned, while 5-star dungeons, some of the objectives, namely the bosses that are just standing out on their own, they're going to count as a 3-star objective, whereas the Cursed Skulls, those just count as normal 1-star or 2-star or whatever, you know. So generally speaking, if you want to be super efficient, you'll probably just go out of your way for the bosses only in the 5-star dungeons and then just move on. But anyways, defeat 25 3-star dungeons and then you'll get 10 Valorous coins. And then lastly, they want you to topple your enemy and rise above the struggle, which is just kill 78 enemies. So just keep doing 5-star dungeons, frankly speaking, because guess what? You're going to end up getting 78 enemies, no problemo. And then that's going to end up giving you the last 10 Valorous coins, which is going to end up giving you enough that you can end up buying some stuff out of this guy's inventory. But generally speaking, as you can see, there's going to end up being this mount right here for 50 tokens. And if you only get 1 per dungeon, well, that means you got to do like 55-star or 53-star dungeon bosses, or 100 for this mount right here. And then there's otherwise going to end up being this ally, and then the costume, which obviously the costume is my absolute favorite. I'd recommend if you get anything, it's going to be the costume. It's going to end up being a Dino Tamer costume, and is probably one of my favorite costumes for the Dino Tamer. It just looks so stupid. You know, he's got the little floaty, he's getting ready to go into the water, he's got a water pistol, he shoots rubber duckies, although you can't really see it that well just because of the camera angle, and then he throws down a beach towel. The dinosaurs that you throw out are going to end up being blow-up dinosaurs, so rubber dinosaurs that you would use as a flotation device, including your main dinosaur right here. I don't really get the idea of them being so transparent, but I guess it's because they're supposed to be like balloons. But either way, there's going to end up being quite a few items out of this. Most of all, the fact that the Surf and Sven does seem to be tradable, just because you can end up buying like 5 of them. So let's actually take a peek and see if these are tradable. Yeah, that's really expensive too. That's a good way of making flux. You guys might want to go out of your way for that. So yeah, the color Windsurfer is not tradable. However, the Surfing Sven, he's going to be tradable, which is pretty crazy considering how expensive it is. And then I guess this ally would end up being tradable as well. Let's actually take a quick peek at the stats on those guys, even though we're not necessarily going to see them in gameplay right now, just because of the fact that, you know, not many people are going to end up... Well, I'm not going to end up getting these, and not many people are going to end up getting them. At least right now, anyways, my point is, people are going to prioritize the cool stuff. But anyways, seems like it's got a decent set of stats, 1.5% crit hit, 20% magic damage, and 5.0% crit damage. And then the other ally has 5 flash capacity, 5% physical damage, and 5% magical damage. Not great. I don't know. And 20 mastery, that's not a big deal considering it's 500k. Yikes, dude. Whew. Especially considering all you gotta do is just grind to get these. I don't know why they're so expensive. I would expect them to be like maybe 80k or something. But that does mean that these items are going to end up getting more and more valuable with time. So you might want to end up grabbing them now. And you could either sell them right now, or you could risk the fact that after the event, they might increase in value. However, they might be less desirable, so it might be more difficult to sell it. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Smash like, sub for more, buy the merch you want, support the channel, and have a wonderful day, everybody.